Happy day 271 of my challenge, and happy Sunday to you guys. You know, for a believer, a godly attitude is a daily necessity for anyone who wants to please God with a sincere life. You know, your attitude is the inner posture of your heart. It's the spirit behind your words, the tone behind your decisions, and the motivation behind your actions. You know, two people can do the same outward things, but God, He still sees the difference because He looks at the heart. You know, a godly attitude means if you want to honor God in every part of life, not only in church and not only when people are watching, but you want your thoughts, your speech, and your work and your relationships to reflect Jesus, you know? This is what it means to be set apart. You know, God, He did not save you so you can blend in with the world. He saved you so your life would show His light. You know, Scripture calls you into a life that looks different because you belong to God. You know, in 1 Peter verse 1, verse 16, verse 16, be holy in all your conduct. Be holy, for I am holy. You know, that is a strong call, but it's also a loving one. Because God, He never calls you into something without also providing the grace to walk it out, right? Holiness is not perfection. Holiness is surrender. It is choosing God's way when your flesh wants another way. You know, this is why attitude, it matters so much. You know, a bad attitude can ruin a good moment. It can turn service into complaining. It can turn blessings into pride. You know, it can turn correction into offense. But a godly attitude helps you remain steady, even when life is hard, even when you are misunderstood, even when things do not go your way. You know, one of the clearest places you see this is in your work and in your responsibilities. You know, many people think spiritual life is only prayer and church, but God, He cares more how you live on Monday to Sunday. So let's remember that, and I want to remind you guys that I love you so much. I'm sorry I haven't been posting every day, but I will try my best to be consistent and post every day. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I shall see you tomorrow.